let me ask you something quiet, something small, something you may not have heard in a long time. Do you remember the moment you first learned that not everyone who touches your hand is meant to stay? Do you remember the first time you trusted too quickly, gave too deeply, opened your chest like a window, and felt the cold rush in? Yes, I think you do. We all do. The line we hold tonight, if all men count with you, but none too much, is not a wall. It is not a cage. It is not an excuse to become stone. It is balance. It is rhythm. It is the quiet discipline of a soul that has walked through fire and decided to keep walking anyway. Close your eyes. Breathe slowly. Imagine the people in your life, the faces, the voices, the hands that held you, the ones that dropped you. Each person, a lesson wrapped in skin, some gentle, some brutal, all necessary. They count, they matter, but not too much, not so much that they swallow you whole. I want you to picture a scale. On one side, the need for love, for company, for the warmth of another heartbeat in the same room as yours. On the other, the danger of leaning too far, of placing your whole weight on shoulders that may not be built to carry you. The scale trembles. The scale always trembles. Life is not about freezing it in perfect stillness. It is about keeping watch, adjusting, shifting, remembering. Because here is the truth, friend. If every man counts with you, you have learned compassion. You have learned to see beyond your skin, to feel the trembling strings of another's harp, to recognize that no one walks untouched by pain. But if none counts too much, you have also learned protection. You have built the quiet fences of self. You have realized that drowning in another's ocean will not save them. It will only pull you under. Both lessons are necessary. Both are holy. Think of the child who runs to every hand that beckons, bright-eyed, trusting, unaware that some hands burn, that some hands chain, that some hands disappear too quickly. The child believes every connection is forever, and then life begins its teaching. One betrayal, one absence, one sudden silence, and the child learns. It hurts, but it shapes. To count all men with you is to refuse bitterness. It is to keep the door unlocked. It is to say, I will still believe in you, though another failed me. I will not paint you with their colors. I will not place their shadows on your face. This is hard, so hard, but it is the essence of compassion. It is the decision to live open when closing would be easier, and yet to let none count too much is to remember the ground under your feet, to say, I am not empty without you. I am not erased by your absence. I carry my own fire, and even if you turn away, I remain. This too is hard, so hard, but it is the essence of freedom. It is the spine of self-respect. Perhaps you are listening tonight with a bruise still fresh. Perhaps you gave too much to someone who could not hold it. Perhaps you leaned your whole soul against a door that never opened. And now you wonder, how do I trust again? How do I forgive myself for being soft in a sharp world? The answer lives here, in this single line. Do not stop counting. Do not stop letting others matter. But do not hand them the keys to your existence. Keep your house lit by your own flame. I will tell you a story. There was once a man who walked with everyone. He carried their secrets. He carried their griefs. He made room in his chest for every sorrow he found. But he forgot. His chest was not infinite. It cracked. It splintered. He fell. And while the world was grateful, the man himself was gone. Now, imagine another man. He too walked with everyone. He listened. He held. But when he went home, he laid those burdens down. He burned incense. He sang softly. He remembered his own name, and in doing so, he lasted, he endured, he continued to walk for many more years, helping, healing, without losing himself. That is the balance. Let me pause here. Let me say it directly. Your worth is not borrowed. Your value is not decided by who stays or who leaves. It is not measured by how many count you as theirs. It is already whole, already enough, already unshakable. So when you let people in, let them in as guests, not as owners. Welcome them, feed them, cherish them, but keep the deed of your heart in your own hands. You see, the world is full of illusions. One of the cruelest is the idea that we are nothing without another's gaze, that we vanish if unseen, that we dissolve if unchosen. But listen, you breathe, even in the dark, you dream, even in silence, you rise, even when no one claps, you exist beyond their noticing. Never forget this. When you live by this truth, something beautiful happens. You can love more freely because your love is no longer chained to fear. You can give deeply because your giving is no longer a gamble. For your own survival, you can say, I count you with me. I hold space for you. I honor you. But also say, you do not complete me. I am already complete. Your leaving will hurt, but it will not end me. That is strength. That is peace. Now, let us walk through a few places where this wisdom matters. In friendship, in love, in family, in work, in the quiet space you keep alone. If you count every friend, you live a generous life. You notice the small kindnesses. You thank the ones who walked with you 2 blocks, even if they couldn't walk 10. But if you let one friend count too much, you risk building your house on their foundation alone. And when they crumble, you collapse. So keep many stones, build with many hands. Let friendship be a chorus, not a solo. In love, love, the place where this lesson cuts deepest. To fall is to surrender. To fall is to risk. And yes, to love well is to count them with you, to make them part of your map, to let their laughter carve new rivers in your soul. But beware the trap of making them the whole terrain. of forgetting your own name. Inside their echo, love best. When you love freely, love strongest. When you do not chain, love longest. When you remember that you too are whole in family, blood ties, shared histories. The ones who saw you grow, they count. Of course they count. But sometimes their voices press too heavy. Their expectations smother your lungs. To let them count, but not too much, is to honor them without losing yourself. To carry gratitude without carrying chains. In work, the applause of colleagues, the nod of a boss, the flashing numbers on a screen, all of it counts. It pushes you, it feeds you, it gives shape to your days, but none too much. For if your worth rests only there, you will starve. The moment silence comes, work matters, but it is not the whole of you. And finally, in solitude, this is where the line breathes its full truth. When you sit alone, with no one's eyes on you, no hand to hold, no voice to soothe. Do you still glow? Do you still rise? Do you still recognize your own reflection? If yes, then you have learned it. Then you have found it. The secret of balance. Let me leave you with an image, a tree. Its roots are deep in the earth, unshakable, self-fed, but its branches stretch wide, reaching for others, sheltering birds, giving shade, offering fruit. Every passerby may rest beneath it. Every traveler may count on its shade. But the tree itself, it does not fall. When one bird leaves, it does not die. When a fruit is taken, it remains. That is what it means to let all men count with you, but none too much. So tonight, as you close this chapter, remember, stay soft, stay open, but stay rooted. Count them all, hold them lightly, and keep your flame in your own hands.